All right, guys, the holidays are over. I am back. I'm happy to record. I'm happy to be here. Let's talk about the X-Men teaser. Now, we're going to talk about this in two phases. So let's get through this excitement phase of phase one. And that is, this is banana balls. Like, whoever's in charge, you need to stop now. Like I've never been more hyped for something. Oh my gosh! Obviously I've seen the leak, so I just can't wait for really, man. Like I call that universe. I call them the Fox, man. And Bryan Singer is a horrible person and a horrible director. Horrible, just everything that he did to those X-Men. I accepted at the time because that's all we had. Like it was Blade, Spawn, and then the X-Men, right? So we had to take what we could get. And so, you know, the first one was good for its time. But after that, man, it like, as an X-Men fan, I was just like, this is just, it's just not, it's good for a film. As for the comics and everything else, it's bad. But that's neither here or there. I am just super excited to finally, that James Marsden gets his due. Listen, James, you don't know me, but I hope you go to the theater when this trailer is attached to Fire and Ash and you hear the crowd just erupt for you, because this has been a long time coming. Wolverine always gets his stop starts. Like he's had, the Foxmen and Wolverine have had their send-offs, multiple send-offs. So that's why I said it has to stop there. But people have been waiting for this, particularly for you, James, for a while. You and the rest of the team deserve your due. You deserve to finally be in your comic accurate costume, and just the praise and the excitement and just the tops of those theaters will be blown off for you. Man, I'm excited. So I'm recording today, Monday, the 5th. Tomorrow, we're supposed to get the HD trailer of this. So, which is a Tuesday. I'm excited to see that. Like, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. If I'm RDJ though, I'm like, why would you guys why would you do that? Like let me get over first. Like, let my trailer come out first. Like, because nobody's gonna care. Like, oh man, I felt so bad for Chris Hemsworth, right? Because his trailer came out at the same time this leaked, and like really nobody cared. They were just like, we need to see this trailer. Like, so it's like whoever's in charge of this, like, bro, just nobody's gonna care after that. Like, whatever you release, the X-Men and James finally getting their due is the most exciting thing ever. And we're going to move over to phase 2 of this video about the X-Men trailer, because when I say you need to stop, you really need to stop. Look, we haven't seen the movie, but you are in danger of making this an X-Men movie. Like, this is an Avengers movie, but do not underestimate how much people finally want to see an X-Men movie in X-Men accurate costumes. It's not hard to get over with us. Like, you slap them in like original costuming, like, we're going to show up. Yeah, do that in an Avengers movie. Nobody's going to care about the actual Avengers. So I know they have to stick around to the Secret Wars. My advice to you is to like just kill these guys off. Now, if the rumors are rumoring, right, and we're supposed to get a standalone Wolverine film, like some of the Foxmen are supposed to stick around as mentors in the reboot, like, don't do that, because you end up in a weird world like James Gunn's currently in. One of the things that bugs me about his world is like it's Snyder light. And look, you're painting yourself in a hole you won't be able to dig yourself out of, because much like Blade, right? When Wesley hits you with that,
there's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
Now you got, like, no matter what, like you've got to make the Blade movie with him in there. Like, it's just like, don't do that to yourself, right? It would be silly. Like, nobody, just do a clean reboot. Recast everybody. Wolverine, all that stuff. Don't do the thing where it's like a half reboot, not a reboot, because then it's just like confusing. Okay, so back on subject. Another thing I want to talk about that you guys are in danger of, you're in danger of making this Avengers movie into an X-Men movie. So slow down, right? Like my advice would be to like kill them off during Doomsday, but that's probably not going to happen because they have to be in Secret Wars. But my other thing is, do not. And I know it's already been slated. You guys have put out there, and I say you guys have time to change this up because if evident by what happened with Blade, right? Blade's on track, it's off track, it's got a director, it's got a writer, it's not. They had costuming. Costuming has had to go to or was sent over to Sinners, right? All this stuff. So you guys are on record in history, like just waiting to the last moment and pulling stuff, right? The director of Thunderbolts. I don't know if you considered Thunderbolts a win. In my book, I think Monsieur Candy said it the best.
But I won every one.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But that last one, you muddled the line between winning and losing.
And I know, again, if the rumor mill is rumoring again, do not do the thing where it's like, oh yeah, like, the black guy, the black director did Sinners. Now let's make the other black director or offer the black director, another black director to do Blade. Let's get Jordan Peele to do Blade. Don't do that. That's stupid. Like, don't be that wildly disrespectful. Let me tell you, swap those out. Okay. As long as Wesley Snipes is attached to it, it's going to be knocked out of the park. Like whatever you do with Blade, if Wesley's attached to it, it's going to be great. Jordan Peele needs to direct X-Men. And the reason behind that is because a person of color has to direct this film. And I know that's a wild statement, right, for some people to accept, but it has to be written by somebody like the X-Men. And I know that's like a wild statement to say, but the X-Men are based, not all the way, but I'll say they're a good 90% based on the civil rights movement, right? So it needs to be written by somebody who has that experience or familiar with what it's like to be othered, to be successful, in my opinion. The Foxmen were originally written by Bryan Singer, directed by Bryan Singer, and it was more focused on the LGBTQIA plus movement behind it, right? He wrote it with that in mind. And right now we're doing the whole blood and guts version of the X-Men, right? So it's just like, there's nothing, and not everything has to have something behind it. Don't get me wrong. So I enjoy Deadpool, right? But we're in the blood and guts era of like the mutant X-Men universe right now, where it's just like Wolverine and Deadpool, and they're just like, it's blood and guts. That's all it is. And that's cool. Love it. Mortal Kombat exists. It's a thing. People, I enjoy that type of stuff. I went and seen Run 'Em In like twice. So there is an audience for that. So I'm not like, I'm not knocking that. But now we need the X-Men from like not their genesis, but like how they rock. Like you have to be like outside of your mind if you don't think the X-Men has some ties to the civil rights movement in the Black community. So it needs to be written from that way. It's kind of my thing too with like, this applies, and I know we're talking about X-Men, but this applies to Superman too. The critiques I always hear about Superman movies is like, A, he's too powerful, and B, they don't understand like why he holds back. Even they show his parents, like he comes from a farm town. They show how he was raised. He was raised by human, but people still can't understand that, like that thinking of like, he's all powerful. Why does he hide himself? Why does he need to hide himself? He doesn't like, they don't understand why he does that. And I'm a huge Superman fan. And I always said Superman should be, he doesn't need to be black or nothing like that, but the script for Superman should be written from a black perspective. And like my boy Wyatt from the Blurred Syndicate, man, he had like the greatest take. He told me like, you know what, his adoptive parents should be black, because there's black farmers, right? And again, being raised by a couple who have to put on this mask from time to time to assimilate in this world, in the country, and have to always keep their head on a swivel, it would be understandable why he presents himself a certain way. That's just food for thought. But anyway, yeah, back to the directors. Swap out those directors. Like send the Thunderbolts director anywhere But near the X-Men, I mean, if Thunderbolts is an example of his work, he clearly cannot handle an ensemble cast. So if you want Jordan Peele, give like nobody would be expecting that. And for Jordan Peele, with like there's so many different mutants, both with like I guess like there's so many different mutants, both with like the angelic appearance and the mutation appearance. Like so, seeing what it looks like through his eyes, there you can still get that horror element, or just the horror element of these mutants trying to exist in the world where most of the heroes up until now have been like cookie cutter heroes, like Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man. They've not seen Beast yet or something like that, or the Marauders. You know what I mean? Like they've not seen these type. Spike, if you put Spike in it, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, but don't do that thing where it's like, black guy directed sinners. Let's give the black guy our vampire movie. No, don't do that. Just send him over to X-Men. I promise you, there's no loss. You won't lose anything. There's no loss into taking him off of Blade and putting him X-Men. However, the guy who did Thunderbolts, you saw it. You saw it. If Redbox was still around, that movie would have been like week 2 of Redbox rental right away. So those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know this video was a little more crazier, but I mean, like I've just been holding this in. I'll probably do a deeper one later, but yeah, guys, stay excellent. Let me know what you think in the comments below.